tried to catch myself mid-yawn, but I was too late. Because I was sleepy. I was moving slow. My reflexes, oh, they're weak. Thank God this is not a reflex game. Hey everybody. Howdy. Howdy, y'all. Happy... It's Sunday. Yep. Hey everybody. Hi. Hello. We're gaming. We're doing this game. Madsaloo, thank you for re-upping your subscription. Happy it's a Sunday. That's what we say. That's what Mario says when it's Sunday. And he's wishing you a happy one. Happy it's a Sunday. Suddenly Citizen Sleeper becomes a rhythm game. Oh God. Sharknoffler, thank you for re-upping your subscription as well. What could be sweeter than gaming on a Sunday? Nothing. Nothing but a cup full of honey. How did the soup tasting go? Really, really good. I still have soup left over. I think I have about two more servings of soup, which is pretty wild. Also made the risotto last night for me and Justin. It was really good. I was really certain I had burnt it, and maybe I did, but it still turned out really, really good. I better appreciate why people on cooking shows are like, I'll make a risotto. Because it does seem like something you can have going while you're doing other things, even though I think that is a trap and a lie. But the risotto was great. Is my mic crackling? Is it crack-a-lackling? Emmy the Mac, thank you for the Prime resubscribe. Friends of Kittens, thank you for the Prime resubscribe. And Clavis Fornius, thank you for the subscription. Is my Stream Elements working? Oh. No, that's not the right thing to turn on. I have not been watching. I don't hear a crackle, but there is a bit of an echo. Summon for the soup. It sounds like I'm cooking something. Well, that's eerie. I don't know what would do that. You saw a single bumpkin? Let me wiggle some wires. I'll be right back. Oh, you know what I bet it is? It might be the sound of the heating? I haven't moved my mic at all. Sometimes if I move my mic, the wires get loose and it gets weird, but I haven't moved my mic recently. So I don't know what that could be. It could potentially just be the sound of the heating. I don't think it's the... Ooh, wait, let me monitor my microphone. Wait, and let me mute the game audio for a moment and monitor my mic and see if I can hear it. See if I can tell if y'all are faking, lying to me. Let's see. Mic. Oh, you know, I did hear a faint crackling. But pretty faint. Pretty faint. I'm gonna allow it. We're just gonna progress. Hello, Pancake Dessert. You would never lie to me, Mechtel? I think you would if it was funny. No, I don't think you'd lie to me. Makes me sound like an old-timey radio. I didn't hear it all that bad. It didn't sound like that to me, but I still have the game audio in my headphones, so who knows. Here, I'll turn up the game audio and then it won't be as noticeable anyway. Did I see all the tingle in the Discord? I certainly did, in passing. I saw that it was happening and I was like, well, I can't engage with whatever this is for the moment. And so I did not engage. Fireplace ambiance vibes? I wonder what is happening to my audio. Yeah, when you do not know what the tingle is. When you say it, did you see the tingle in the Discord? That is really a different vibe than did you see the tingle from the Zelda games in the Discord? If your Discord is tingling, please see a doctor. The Great Suzo, I'm telling you, this is some sort of extended prank. What do we got here? Stereo fit up. I'm gonna lower the game volume. It's the formation of the Tingle Coven. The Tingle Coven is also, the word tingle in most contexts is really suspicious. Alright, we've got a full spread. Was I working on something important other than hacking the planet, by which I mean the area over here? I mean, I know I had the still. I do. Is there a way for me to purchase? I would love to get some more. Now that I can heal myself with junk, I would like to get one more piece of junk so that I don't have only 4 dice tomorrow. Yeah, quick explanation for this game. So this is our character. We are a robot with an implanted consciousness. Our original body, basically sold off our brain to be implanted in this robot to work for a company, and we didn't like that, so we bailed. And we're on the run, and these are all our various skills. And basically we've got a couple stats. We've got our condition, because this body is decaying. It has a built-in fail-safe basically for the company to so it breaks down, but we've managed to get some medicine to keep that up, but we have to keep that up. And then this is our energy, our like food meter basically, and these are our dice. And these are the dice that we use to increase ticks in the game. So like, this is something we're working on opening up. And we input the die into these, and they will give us different results. And the higher the die, the better the results for the most part. And basically we're just kind of hanging out and like helping people. These are our many quests. We're doing a bunch of different stuff to help people. But what we need to be working on, which I keep getting distracted on, is that we are being hunted. And that's what this thing is ticking down every single day. And when Maywick gets here, we're gonna be in just a heck of a lot of trouble. So I think we're gonna have to work on that. I think today that's what we're gonna do. There's a quest I need to finish, and when I finish that quest, I should be able to get the tracker out of my buttocks. And once I get it out of my buttocks, I should be able to flee. Yeah. Isn't that jacket so cool? I'm in love with this jacket. I had a dream about a very similar jacket the other day. And I'm like, should I make that jacket? Feels like it is called to me. And maybe I should do it. This is the cloud. We're in the cloud when we're in this area. And basically our robo brain can investigate the cloud area and do hacking stuff. Gold stars, I'm kind of at my limit with Feng right now. Like, I want to help this guy, but he kind of keeps jerking me around. But once we slot this, we can start working on this, which we really need to do. The worm tunnels in and starts looping data through the node. The Conway facility opens up to you. Godspeed, Feng. Okay. As you slot the worm, a thread jumps out of the facility. It unspools in front of you, releasing its data like ink in the water. Sleeper, Feng voice crackles through. Move in. Nodes, then port. A whir of interference. Slot the worms. Timer starts now. Stay safe. The thread dissipates. You're on your own now. Okay. So what do we got? Is it just the one? I guess I just have to keep inputting stuff? Okay. Feng must be struggling. This node is linked to the outer security layer. Feng must be struggling to get through. Alright. Yeah, slot that worm. Slot that worm! That's a phrase I'll also be used in my hardcore cyberpunk romance. He slotted the worm into her open node. Okay. Unlocked. Got some data. Okay, first layer of security, a ring of doors around the central facility. Time to open them up. Listen, I don't know what you want from me. That's how it is. If you don't think romance authors in a cyberpunk world would use that, I don't know what to tell you. I'm just speaking truth here. All right, a 2 or a 4. What about this one? So for stuff in the cloud, you need an exact match to dice. And we've been very lucky so far. The inner S-layer security is more complex. One access point won't be enough to locate the port. That's okay. I got one of both. Yeah, gold stars, we can do this. We can do this. I think we'll be okay. We've been lucky with our dice so far today, and we do have this reroll option, so... Plug and wire euphemisms. Probably, yeah. Probably. Where is all the cyberpunk hardcore erotica? I feel like I haven't seen it, but I've also not searched it out, I guess, particularly proactively. Although, you know what that makes me think of? Do y'all watch Aeon Flux? Y'all watch the old Aeon Flux cartoons? There's there's a one sequence in Aeon Flux that has always stuck with me, and it's the doctor like replacing like a spinal column, like an artificial spinal column in the back, I think, of Aeon Flux, and it's just clearly a heavy sexual scene. Like it's clearly meant to be read as like an extremely erotic procedure, and that is just what popped in my mind when I thought about it. Aeon Flux is a fucking wild one, and if you haven't watched it and you like cyberpunk, I highly, highly recommend it. The Ripper Worm fries the drone's network link. Now they can't report anything. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Alright, we got 3 nodes. So probably, well, we definitely won't be able to complete this today, but let's see how far we can get. So a 5 and a 3. A 6 and a 4. Let's do it. Nicholas, I've read Neuromancer recently, and I don't remember the sex scene at all. There's a sex scene in Neuromancer. I don't know why I don't remember that. Oh, good, and another 6. All right. So we won't be able to do this today. That's fine. Okay. Okay, so we only have 1 left here. Possible confusion over the term jacking in! I'm telling you, cyberpunk hardcore writes itself. And not in like a weird AI sense, although probably maybe a little AI sense. Okay. Well, so that was everything. But I'm gonna need some energy. Well, I guess I'll be fine for one day. But I do want to check on my mushies. Okay. I need more... Cyberpunk writes its own raunchy fanfiction. I'm saying. I wonder if anybody has tried to write cyberpunk with an AI. I just feel like that's something, and I don't know what it is. It's bad, but I don't know what it is besides that. Alright, well, I can't do any of that, and I guess I won't starve immediately. So, I don't know if I have the feed the cat option anymore. I think it has gotten... Oh, no, okay, there it is. It wasn't here earlier. I I do want to see if there's anywhere where I can buy scrap. I don't think there is right now. I was hoping I would get some scrap. But I guess it wouldn't make sense if I got scrap from doing stuff in the cloud. So neither of the docks are full. The bar, I just have this distillery. Everything else is going to require, everything else is going to require dice, I think. Yet again. Compressor Club. Oh, Infus, do you have a new quest for me? No? Okay. Okay, I'll give it time. Yeah, I don't think there's anywhere else where I can just buy scrap. Shipboard Union, data fence. You don't have anything left for me, right? No. Yeah, so we're not gonna have 5 dice tomorrow, which is a shame. But we made such good progress this day that I think it'll be okay. Let me feed the little kitty. Here you go, kitty. I'm excited to see how the cat pays off. If it does at all. Maybe it will not. It looks nothing like you expected. Wait till we get to some of the character interactions. We just haven't had such a thing yet. Alright. In cycle. Starving, yeah, now I'm down to 4 die, which is annoying. I just fed you. I mean, I'll do it again. But I did just feed you. It's pivoting to legumes and leaving me behind? No! 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 I don't like that. There we go. That's fair. Cat's gotta eat. I gotta eat. We're all in this together. Surely he's gonna want more mushrooms from me at some point. That's the basis of our relationship, is sharing mushrooms and stories. Shocked to learn it was a narrative game. Yeah, I think it's got a good balance between the narrative. Wait, what are you? Oh, this is the tick down for our Conway. Okay. That's fine. We're almost done with this. Yeah, I think it's got a good balance of narrative elements, but also this sort of ticking down stuff. Ah, Nicholas, thank you. I'll peek at it. Maybe it'll jog my memory. All right, we need a 3 or a 5, which we do not have. So I'm gonna back out actually and use some of these die doing other things before I re-roll them to get the right stuff. Oh, I can do my harvest. Do I want to do my harvest? Do I want to get more spores? Or do I just want to get some mushies? I mean, what do I even want to do? I could keep working on this. Oh, you know what I want to do? I want to babysit. I remembered what I want to do. I want to babysit Mina. I'm going to help. I'm going to get these two a ticket out of here. Any way I can. By the end of the day, Mina curls up in your lap as you read her a story. She's asleep when Lim gets back to you and you two eat together. Oh man, I love that Lim always feeds me when I watch his kid. I think that's nice. All right. I think I'm gonna use this last dice. What I should do is try to get. I should try to get some scrap so I can heal myself. Neither of these are functioning. I guess I can do the exchange. Let's do the exchange. I can only get money from this. Why is it so hard to get scrap? I wonder if it's because I stole from that one place and therefore never unlocked the other points over there. That might have something to do with it. All right. So if I do engineer item. Let's see if Bliss needs any help. What do you got? You have mushrooms, don't you? Yeah, I could work on the distillery. Oh, what's happening here, Bliss? Oh, okay, she's ticking up for another contract. Alright. Yeah, let's work on the distillery. That'll get us, potentially get us some scrap. And it'll definitely get us this distillery tick up. No scrap. No scrap. Do I want to try again? Let's re-roll the die and see what we get. Oh, a 4 I think is what we need for the last one. I think we needed a 4 or a 2. Am I right? Do I remember right? No, a 5 or a 3. Fuck. Okay. Well, all right. Well, let's just use these dice up then. I guess let's just keep working on the distillery. It's a low impact. Might give me some scrap. And I'm curious to see what having a distillery is going to do for this place. I tried. Thank you, Mechtel. I did try. I did try. I had a good plan. Just didn't pan out. No scrap to be had. Well, fine. Well, fine, game. Just let this cycle tick up one more time. Hey, Hobbs. You're trying to 100% inscription. The high challenge level of Casey's mod are absolutely kicking my ass. Casey's mod was really hard. I think if I had gotten that for the Switch, I would have kept ticking away at it, but I simply didn't. Oh, Cat Attack, thank you for the resubscribe. I missed that. I'm just seeing it now. God, this cat is slowly gonna eat me out of house and home. Whew. Alright, we got a 5. Oh, I guess the thing might have changed, but let's see what we can do. Cellobotomy, welcome. Welcome to the live experience, where I say things like your username. Alright, we got it, we got it, we got it. Yeah, we got it. Let's get in there. Oh, I got a little cryo, that's nice. Okay. Okay, one last Ripper Worm. Ripper Worm? I hardly know her worm. You can use that for your erotic fanfiction of this game. That's free. +1 to Fink's progress. All layers unlocked. Yes. Okay. A thread from this facility cuts through the cloud like a hairline crack of light. That's it. The final layer of security broken. Somewhere buried in the depths of the station, Feng is in control. He's slicing into the camera control circuits and piping out the results. The thread flickers and unravels into an image, a scene, 2 figures in a room, one sat, the other pacing. The pacing figure resolves into Hardin, the unmistakable superior posture, the shock of gray hair. The second figure's features don't seem to resolve. They are vague, unformed, a problem with the data perhaps? You look closer. Then you see it, the figure is a proxy. Perhaps you should have expected it from Conway, a corporation whose very existence is owed to automation. The proxy is a machine designed to be piloted by remote connection, somewhere elsewhere in the system, puppeteering it with their own body, speaking so it may speak. Good work, everyone. I need to go through the quotes and clear out some doubles. And add some triples. The proxy sits impassively, or the Conway executive that is piloting them does, from the distant safety of some ship or orbital colony, perhaps. We can move forward, there's no doubt, Hardin is saying. The reclamation teams are almost ready, and after that, I will make the declaration. Nothing has to change. Good posture check. The proxy leans forward, its movements stilted, uneven, as if its body was being refracted through water. But things must change, Hardin. We need further assurance. I've been informed of a breach in one of the closed networks in the low end. You have been careless. Yeah. Hardin waves the accusation away. We have been stretched. A breach was detected, yes, but no data of value was lost. Heard that before. The internet. I've heard that before. People who control security stuff that's supposed to be way more secure. Our board is concerned, Harden. A drop in our value would be unwelcome at this time. The proxy leans back, its posture dominant. If the reclamation of AI... I don't know how to say that. Does anybody know? AI-1 is contested, then we could be drawn into a compromised legal position. Harden approaches the proxy. There will be no contest. Not from Solheim, who cannot muster a defense. Not from Havenage, who will fall into line below me. He crouches in front of the seated figure, eye to eye. Are the people of this station and the people of this station refugees, gangs, spacers, all either opportunists or degenerates? Havenage is no longer strong, no longer united. No one here believes in Erland's vision, nor has the strength to enact it. I sat across from him at the negotiation table. He was forceful, eager, weakened by his ideological convictions perhaps, but a great man nonetheless. This place no longer deserves to bear his name. The eye is crippled, it cannot survive. It is a ruin filled with squatters and outlaws. They'll be lucky if it still spins in 100 cycles. Harden stands. You'll move forward with your reclamation, because otherwise you'll lose your advantage in the system. Without your advantage, you'll lose claims on the remaining palladium. Without the palladium, your factories will go dark. He pauses. Do I need to continue? One moment, comes a response from the proxy. Its head drops to its chest. Harden steps back and paces once more, awaiting the discussion taking place elsewhere in the system. You watch Harden as he paces, as he considers his future. What goes on within a mind like that? In the mind of a man who would burn all those around him for a path to some imagined golden end. The proxy lifts his head. We're happy to proceed. We will legally claim the station formerly known as Solheim A1 as salvage within 6 cycles. I missed it if somebody knew how to pronounce it. Havenage is to assist within the transport of the illegal residents to Conway housing and labor facilities. The proxy judders to its feet. Conway will also reclaim 70% of the raw output of the reclamation process after losses have been accounted for. Harden nods. I accept. The proxy reaches out to shake his hand like a marionette, and then the recording loops. You watch it play out a second time, gripped by a horrified fascination. There's a bluntness to the conversation, to the blatant disregard for humans as anything other than objects. Things to be moved, to be used, to be fed into structures crushed and losses accountable for the cells of tables, the margins of ledgers. You realize now that you are no different than anyone else on his station in the eyes of the people in that room and those like them. Each body here can be recast as a piece of property, a tool, an expense, an acceptable loss. HTMLE, thank you for the resubscription. In one moment, they can be named a citizen, celebrated, protected, and in another, the very idea of citizenship can be used against them. This is what it means to live in proxy to a system like this. This is why you gotta unionize. Unionize your space station! No longer. Not while the eye spins. You gather the recording, packing it into a polygon of purest light. Then you drift down into the service dock like a falling leaf and find the relay. It only takes a second to place that polygon of data, that recording, into the relay system Feng prepared. And then you watch as it bursts out, a web of threads heading out into the black, into every networked device on the eye. Let them see what power makes of a man. Oh. Fucking intense. Whew, okay. Whew. I guess I'll plug the point in here. Allows energy. I don't care about either of these endure options, so I think I'm not going to spend that point. I'm going to save it up to get a +2 on something. It's just that I would rather eat with Emphas. I was kind of hoping that there would be a node with Feng now, where he would remove this tracking chip from my butt. Oh, okay, well, I actually do want this endure power to get scrapped, so never mind, I take it all back. I think I'll probably need I think it's implying I need a +1, which I don't have yet, but I'll get that soon. I'll get that soon. I And then what am I gonna do with these die? What am I gonna do with these die? How close am I to doing this still? So I could do a little bit of babysitting and then work on this still. Oh, one last babysitting. One last babysitting and they'll have a ticket. Yes! Yes! And Mina leads you on a winding tour of the block, chatting with the neighbors and collecting snacks. For a while, you forget about everything else. No, Gold Stars, no! He's gonna help us. We help them so much. He's gonna help us. I believe in Feng. All right. So they got their ticket out. Yes! She's asleep, whispers Lim, creeping back out of the unit's tiny bedroom, sliding the door shut as he does. You're perched on at a thin bar at the main room, the slate in front of you still glowing with Mina and your drawings from a cycle spent together. Oh, we're so cute. There's a ring, the only world Mina has known, with stick figures standing along its edge. The tall one is you. Drink? Asks Lim, producing a worn-looking bottle of Girl from under the bar, its contents glowing amber under the fluorescent lights. Yeah, sure. Lim nods and glugs a few fingers into a couple of metal tumblers and sits down with you at the bar. Cheers, he offers, and you clink the metal containers together. You know, we actually have something to celebrate this time around. Lim gives you a sideways look. I made the assembly team on the sidereal. He grins broadly. Clearly, he has been desperate to tell you all cycle. Amazing! Lim holds up his drink. Couldn't have done it without you keeping an eye on little meanie back here. Oh, Lim shifts a little on his stool. He looks uncomfortable. How's our girl doing, Sleeper? I haven't seen much of her these past cycles. Oh, she's doing great. Of course she is. He playfully squeezes your shoulder. She talks about you a lot, you know, draws you. I'm glad she has a friend that isn't me. His eyes drift to the bedroom door. You okay, bud? He nods. I can't take all the credit for Mina. She isn't actually mine. Well, he gazes into the middle distance. But I don't know what to tell you. You were her dad, so... I don't know what you're gonna tell me right now, but that doesn't change much. I pulled her off a refugee shuttle out of... I spilled water everywhere. Fuck. The jacket fashion in this game is 10 out of 10. It is unmatched. The jacket fashion, unmatched anywhere in the world. Okay. That's okay. This is what I have this little towel for. Oh, my strawberry coaster got really soaked, but that's fine. It's as close as to being close as possible to being clean as it's gonna get. Oh. I don't think strawberries are supposed to be wet, and I don't know why you would say such a thing. I pulled her off of a refugee shuttle out by one of Ember's moons. The colony was falling apart for decades after Solheim collapsed, surviving on next to nothing. Eventually, some of the residents tried to make for the eye on these decrepit old shuttles. He sloshed the drink around in his tumbler. They had no idea what they were doing. The one Mina was on decompressed halfway here. Everyone spaced. Jesus! The only reason she made it was somebody sealed her in a weapons locker. She was ice cold when I reached her. Purple lips. Oh my god, she really is Newt. She really is Newt from Aliens. Once I picked her up, I wouldn't let go. The medics treated her with me still clinging to her. He takes a drink. Still not sure why. 'Cause you're a good man, Lim. You're gonna make me cry. He reaches over and refills his cup. We weren't exactly anybody's heroes, you understand? We were private military, hired in by Conway to protect their claim in the collapse. But once I got Mina, that was it. I quit. Got us dumped here. Well, her family's dead. You saved her. I'm going to sound like an idiot now, but he sighs. She saved me! That's the truth of it. He looks around the decaying unit. It's stained plastic plating and flickering lights. Me, I brought her into this. She was tiny, too small to know what she lost, but I can't stop thinking about it. He rubs his eyes, dark with tiredness. What if our number doesn't come up in the draw, Sleeper? What then? The sidereal will sail off without us, without a thought, leaving us here. What kind of life is that for her? She'll manage. Sorry, I know you don't have it any better. Yeah, right? This is my home. Kind of. He looks at his cup and pushes it way down the bar. This is a celebration, right? Both of us on the team now. Both of us in with a chance. Exactly. Imagine all three of us riding the sidereal horizon out of here to a new world. He looks into his glass for a moment. I think I drank too much, he laughs. Lim stands and starts to clear the glasses into the auto wash. I need some sleep, friend. Yeah, I'll see you around, bud. All right, then. He catches your shoulder as you turn to leave. Thank you, sleeper. I mean it. From both of us. He pats your shoulder and you slip into the dark in the walkway with thoughts of little Mina in your mind. Uh-oh. Really nervous. Really nervous. But at least I can get this. Aw, I got a pop-up achievement called Good Robot. Okay. Now I should be able to scrap. Question is, do I want to... How far are we on this still? I'm getting there. Oh, Fang! Okay. Havenage in crisis. The building is chaos. Most of it's in total lockdown. No one will give you a straight answer about Fang or Harden. Okay, so we got... This seems like a bad thing because it's in red, but we do have 2 ticks on that. Okay. Kind of apathetic about the sidereal thing. I do want to help Lem, but I kind of got a lot going on right now. Full up on food. I guess let's check on Bliss. Okay, one more tick on Bliss before we can do anything to help her. There is some kind of chat happening right now. There's some kind of chat. Okay, I can do this now. Do I want to re-roll my dice? God, I have a chance to lose condition. That's rough. I'm gonna re-roll my dice. No, I'm gonna use this 4. Mectil, it's fine. It's fine. What a weird threat. Ooh, do I want to do another... I do want to do another scrap. Because I want to be able to... Oh, I can't repeat this today? Interesting. Oh, no, I can. Okay. Yeah, I want another scrap. Yeah. Okay, cool. All right. All right, I'll do that. Can I only do this? The result isn't pretty. I disagree. I think it probably looks cool as hell. Working on your own body is unsettling but necessary act. You can feel the new components under your skin. I'm not gonna have enough. Oh, that's annoying. If I had one more, then I would be able to get 5 dice tomorrow, but I think that is not the case. Yeah, and there's nothing I can do to get more. Scrap right now. Yeah, I need 2 scrap to get back to 5. Alright. Let's get the stray fed up. I'm at the worst place. If I had a higher condition, I could maintain it better. But right now I'm just going to be maintaining it at the wrong place, which is annoying. Ah, it's Moritz. Sleeper. Moritz is waiting you on your way out. Have you been? Busy. I see. He nods. Well, I'll get right to it then. Sorry. Pulling my blanket out from behind my back. Well, I'll get right to it then. Bliss sent me down. We've scored another contract and she needs your help. Okay. That's the message. He pauses. Look, I know last time the payment didn't come through, but you did good work. Bliss knows that. Well, that's on her. Moritz flinches. She's doing her best, all right. I know, but she got us robbed. So, well, that's not fair. She got robbed too. He nods. See you up there. Moritz turns and strides off, leaving you in the corridor. Time to help Bliss, and maybe this time, you think to yourself, it'll work out. Maybe. Maybe it'll work out. Alright, so this one's gonna tick down more. This is the Haven Age office. I don't have anything for them right now. Curious if there's a tick down for Lim now as well. No, there's just no location for Lim for the moment. Oof. Okay. Well, let's work on this still. Might as well. Oh no. I do want to work on it. There you go. Yeah. +1 tick. Do I want to keep going? I guess I should go see what Bliss is up to. What Bliss has got happening. Whoa, what? Oh, what? Okay. What? Vivisection and you have better chance at saving the remaining crops, but you will lose some in the process. The question is how many? Versus reinforce the bulkheads. Welding in 0G farm is tricky. The torch, the heat, the sealant, everything can damage the crops you're trying to save. What? Saving the crop. The sycamore seed needs to be reinforced and sealed, otherwise the crop will be lost. The sycamore seed's internal biome is in trouble. Every action will bring it closer to collapse. Okay. So if I do this one and do a good job, it'll tick up a lot. But if I do a bad job, it'll just destroy the biome. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so it won't destroy it immediately. So I'm gonna go for it. What have I put all these points into it for? If not to take big, weird swings. Vivisection and you have a better chance of saving the remaining crops, but you'll lose some in the process. The question is, how many? Well, let's just do it. Woo-hoo-hoo. Hoo-hoo. You vivisection in a progressive sequence, allowing Bliss to rapidly rescue crops while you work. You gain more than you lose. Okay. It's good enough for me. And then we've got this engineering option. The question is, do I want to re-roll my die or go for it? I mean, this is a safe option. I'm gonna get a +1. Or do I want to do something else? Let's go look at the Greenway. Kind of want to go mushy hunting. I think I want to go mushy hunting. Oh, actually, I need to. I still haven't harvested the mushrooms I have here, so that's what I'm gonna do. Actually, that is what I am gonna do. See what I got. Good mushy. Nice. All right. So I got 2 Mitsutake, 3 Girl. Still have these club heads. Great. All right. What a good day. Worked a little on a ship. Got some mushies. I don't think I have enough to sell. I need 3 to sell the Mitsutake. For 80 cryos. Pretty good. Pretty good return. Okay. Did I feed the cat this morning? Do it anyway, just in case. Okay. God, this... Okay, Feng should be... actionable this next time. Alright, I'm gonna feed the kitty in the morning. There you go, cutie. Enjoy those crackers. Alright. Yeah, Feng. Feng grins at you as the bay door slides open. Above and the rest of the building, people are busy, frightened. They speak in hushed tones and organize endless meetings after endless meetings. Haven Age have avoided a full-blown crisis for now, but change is coming. Feng is in good spirits and bundles you inside before you even have the chance to greet him. That was the slickest operation this station has ever seen. He hugs you firmly. You made my job easy. He shakes you by the shoulder. I'm so proud. And, he smiles, I got to watch through the camera as the Haven Age security that weren't in on it assaulted the station. Feng smiled. One of them straight up just whacked Hardin with their pistol. It was beautiful. What are they gonna do with him? I'm not sure anyone knows, but he is cooperating in dismantling his operation and scaring off Conway. Maybe they'll exile him when they're done, or hand him over to some core authority. Feng shrugs. Now, I know he won't be an issue. I'm gonna be focusing on systems for a bit. He shakes his head, seeing as that's my actual job. What about the chip in my ass, Feng? For fuck's sake, he points to the ceiling. The people upstairs weren't so happy, though. They've been fielding questions about the state of the eye right and left since the recording got out. People are scared. Is it true? Feng looks at you directly. Not if we don't want it to be. He touches a stack of hardware. The eye is old, and it was never meant to run like this. The master control points that Erling and Haven Age installed, they keep spinning from the rim. That isn't ideal. They keep it spinning from the rim. That isn't ideal. But if you're asking me if the eye will stop spinning next cycle, no. He smiles. And me and a ton of other skilled people will be working to stop it happening in the cycle after that. Hardin's problem was that he didn't believe in people, he believed in systems, and their ability to shape the world around them. Feng squeezes your shoulder. But as far as I'm concerned, people should be the ones running the systems, not the other way around. Hey. Anyway, Feng raps on the side of his terminal. I know you didn't come down here for a lecture. Yeah, my tracker, my dude. My dude, my tracker. My tracker! I haven't forgotten. He produces a thumbnail drive. I managed to finish that code solution I showed you. It's a modified Ripper Roam, one made to deactivate that tracker of yours. But in the time since I got back, I added something extra. That tracker of yours doesn't just show Espen Arp where you are, it transmits data about the state of your body, your current condition. My worm won't just deactivate it, it'll edit that data to tell Espen Arp that your body is irreparably damaged. DNR, do not retrieve. He grins widely. Pretty smart, right? That's perfect. Just slot it already. Oh, he's being so bashful. You take the drive and hold it in your hand, then you close your eyes and open up your access port. In front of Feng? Take down your defenses. That's so intimate. The worm immediately enters your closed network. It whips through it, taking things with it as it goes. The moment they're gone, you forget they were ever there. They just blink out of existence. And a second later, it is done. You open your eyes. How do you feel? Asks Feng, a little nervous. Tired. It is citizen sleeper after all, right? I think we're all just always tired. Aren't we all? He pats you on the shoulder. Take it easy. Things might be a little woozy for a minute. He looks at his terminal screen. Logs tell me it works, so feel it or not, you're free. Feng lets the word free hang in the air a little before he continues. Seems like it might be finally time for a celebration. Feng wraps his arm around you. Jenna still owes us those drinks. I don't know, you shit. He laughs and you join him. And later, when you leave, you feel deeply thankful for having such a friend. Aw. As you walk away from the building, you look up at the wide curve of the eye, up at the hub and the other rim beyond it. The whole thing twinkles with lights, and it seems impossible to see it as anything other than breathtakingly beautiful. It feels, in that moment, like something eternal. That doesn't mean it can or even should last forever, or that it'll never change, fade, or decay. It simply means that in this moment, this place has a future, and it is one that you know, deeply and truly, is worth protecting. Okay. Well, great. All right. Cool. So I'm hoping this will disappear. I still have active scenes, and I don't know where, but curious to see if, yeah, it's gone. Is it gone? Yeah, it's gone. Oh, but I have Ethan to deal with. I don't want to do that. I don't want to talk to Ethan. Can't believe this game is making me talk to Ethan. What are my thoughts on pear? I'm pretty pear apathetic. I think it's hard to get a good pear. I feel like most often they're mealy in a way that I don't care for. If I'm gonna talk to Ethan, I'm gonna harvest my mushrooms first. Nice. Nice. Got a cap head. Got some Mitsutake. I'm excited. I'm not gonna sell the Mitsutake just yet. I'm gonna wait for when I need the money. Oh right, I have not been taking this down at all. Actually, I think I'm gonna start working on this. I'm gonna use, yeah, we'll do this interface one. Nice, nice. I got some money. Got 3 ticks on that. Perfect, perfect. I'm gonna do this Hyphia with this one. Although I guess I can just re-roll these dice. I need to be doing that more. Yeah, let's re-roll them. Nice. Nice. I'm gonna become a part of this cult one way or the other. Oh, and I got some food? That rules. That's nice. Okay. I'm gonna talk to Ethan. I guess I also need to be working on the ship. The compressor is almost empty when you enter. A couple of scattered patrons in the booths and a lone bartender. The bartender recognizes you immediately when you arrive and nods, and you return the greeting. You know already that you won't find Ethan here, but you had to be sure. With your tracker reporting you dead, he wouldn't have stuck around. You look at the empty stool, his empty stool, and you smile. You can imagine him on it when his slate chirps, letting him know that the target he was tracking is dead. You can imagine the screaming and the swearing, too. Is that all you were to Ethan, another target, or was there something else going on? It seems like a foolish question to ask now, when he's fled the station, but it bothers you anyway. You take one last look and walk out. You doubt you will ever come back to this place or the memory it holds. You walk back into the light of the bright market and allow yourself a smile. So this is what Feng means when he said you were free. You could get used to this. I think that is just meant to indicate to me that there was more plot there that I did not engage with, and I am okay with that. Pretty okay with that. I can just buy some scrap. I would like to buy some scrap. Nice. I'm gonna keep myself at 4 dice for a while. I think that's my scrap plan. And let's see how risky this last bliss option is. Because I might just save it. Oh, it's safe. It's safe and I get a +1. That's fine. Let's just go for it. I might get some scrap out of this too. Alright, 1 tick each. That's actually fine because the ticks are a lot smaller on the crop saving one. Okay, good job. Okay, in this cycle, let's just see. What is that juice quote from? I don't remember. I do remember saying it, but I could not tell you what it was from. Getting low on cash, huh? And I'm starving. Well, I might sell this ship mine fragment. Where was that? Here. Yeah. 30 cryo. Pretty solid, actually. Pretty solid return. Alright, that's ticking down. I might just re-roll all of this dice. Well, no, I'm gonna use one of the 3s. This is only a risky option, it's fine. Uh-oh. Oh no, I was hungry and so I lost energy and it made me lose condition. Damn. That sucks. Damn, that sucks. Let's re-roll these dice. Oh. Oh. Beautiful loadout. Oh, no, wait, hold on. Let's do a 5 here. I got some scrap. Dope. Excellent. Okay. We're only 2 away from that. I'm gonna pop back home real quick. Get myself repaired. And I guess I should eat. Emphas, what's good? What's good? Nice. Nice. Alright, I think I might just sell this Mitsutake as well. Although it's so hard to get... No. I already did the quest where I gave Emphas the Mitsutake, so I think we're good here. Boom. Love that. Love that big bucks. Alright, let's help Bliss. Yeah, I really like the music in this game. It's very chill. It's very atmospheric. Alright. Let's reinforce these bulkheads. Alright. +1 fragile biome, but we got 2 save the crops. And then I'm gonna... I feel like I'm spreading myself thin with my dice, but I am actively taking down a bunch of stuff, which is important. I could get more spurs. How far am I with this Hyphia? Actually pretty close to the Hyphia. But I think I want to keep tracking Ashton, because that's how we're going to see Ankita again. And I want to see Ankita as a present to myself. There you go. All right. So we should be able to take care of that one to next cycle. I wish I had an apartment on Greenway, so I could just go to Greenway and sleep. Okay. That was a good cycle. Yes, I liked that, Captain Oblivion. Alright. Oh, it's so much money. I'm gonna be able to feed this cat for days. Alright. I guess let's just do our cycles. We'll do Bliss. We'll hit up the Greenway. Put in a round at the Hyphia. Yeah. Okay. All right. Actually, we could just finish this today. I'm just gonna finish this. Yeah. No. If I'm gonna commit to finishing it, I should really commit. Use that 6. That 6er. There we go. Okay, Bliss. Where's the love at? You and Bliss are floating in the bay's airlock, waiting for it to cycle. You pick a few leaves from your clothes as you wait. They float around the chamber as if carried by a lazy wind. Clean work. Bliss bows a little. Well, thank you, Sleeper. You didn't do so bad yourself. She checks her tool belt. Seems like we're getting into a good rhythm. The now familiar sequence of clunks and rattles sounds out, and then the door hisses open. The moment it does, you know something has once again gone wrong. I think Bliss is taking me for a fucking ride. What's all this? Bliss asks a confused-looking Moritz. Beside him are a set of crates anchored to the bay floor. He has clearly just brought them in through the bay's freight lock. Moritz looks nervously between the two of you before answering. It's payment. He runs his hand along the crate. The Sycamore Seed crew just brought them over. He stops, but seeing the look on Bliss's face adds, they were very thankful. I bet they were, she clenches her fists. What the hell's inside? Moritz leans over and struggles with the catches on each side of the top crate. As he does, Bliss turns to you. Don't say it. Bliss stares into space. Don't you dare say it. Say what? You got us fucking ripped off again? It's just a bunch of crap? You know, she looks back at you. This isn't my fault. I regret so much investing in Bliss. Moritz finally gets the catches free and the lid floats off, drifting into the bay. As it does, a small brown lump floats up with it. Moritz reaches out and catches it as it passes them. Is this I'm gonna guess a flower bulb. Mushrooms. Bliss finishes. A damn mushroom. They paid us in mushrooms? Not just mushrooms. He holds out a clump of tightly packed leaves. Produce. Bliss starts laughing. Goddamn Haifa commune. Should have known they didn't have a chit to rub between them. She knocks a small brown mushroom across the bay. You didn't confirm payment up front, Bliss? Bliss? You didn't get half of the money down? Bliss, this is not difficult business stuff. Stop, Bliss. Moritz grabs her hand. These are good, fresh. We can sell them. To who, Moritz? Are we running a grocer's now? We need cryo unless this whole bay will be shut down. We can't pay for parts with leafy greens. She swaggles them in Moritz's place. Ignorant Bliss is ignorant? God damn it. I do think that is probably what is happening here, Knife Snail. This is a pun. I can use them. Bliss raises an eyebrow. What, 4 whole crates? Even you can't be that hungry. You could take a few, but the rest will sell. She smiles to herself. Or at least Moritz will sell them if he's so eager. Moritz closes up the crates and starts moving them. It isn't that bad, Bliss. It's a step in the right direction. He glances at you, looking for backup. Yeah, they'll sell well. Bliss sighs. Looks like I went into business with a couple of wannabe farmers. Bliss, you do not have even the slightest room to talk. How very dare you shit talk us, she laughs. Prove me wrong then. Show me this is a windfall. She kicks away towards the new patched together terminal. Until then, I'll be working on how to keep this place open. Moritz mouths a thank you and goes back to moving the crates. You'd better be on your way too. You fucking kidding me, Bliss? Did I even get... I was kind of hoping I would get, like... I mean, I guess I got some grill caps from that I didn't have previously. It's frustrating. I did sell those mushrooms for a lot of money, actually. Let me see. I wonder if that exchange area... Well, we'll go back to it in a moment. Whoop. I wonder if that exchange area will let me sell girl or just the other ones. I don't have any mushrooms. I could search for some and work on ticking that up, but I think with 2 dice I should be able to clear off this one, maybe? Yes, nice, nice. The trail ahead extends deep into an overgrown section of the greenway. At this far end of the ring, where the long, lazy curve of the greenway becomes the shattered landscape of the wastes, things are oddly quiet. Ahead stands a vast farm stack, broken from its axis by rust or force and lying amongst the overgrown landscape like an ancient temple. It is stained with moss and algae, flows of green running out from its broken tanks like a frozen, brackish tide. This is where Ashton is hiding, you're pretty sure. All your intuition points to the shadows beneath this collapsed superstructure. You roll the comm headset Ankita gave you in your palm. Call Ankita. You slip the headset into your ear and it fizzes with static. After a few moments you hear Ankita. Sleeper, have you located the target? A doubt enters your mind. Could you be sure he's there? No. Hold on. A convenient silence on the other end. Maybe it's better that you confirm that Ashton is there before you call Ankita. Remove the headset. Do I want her for backup? No, I should confirm he's here. You put the headset back into your pocket. Not yet. You need confirmation. You survey the route ahead. There's a direct route, a line of broken pillars that take you into the center of the structure. Or you could skirt around the pillars, keeping to the cover of the raised spine of the greenway, and work your way around. It'll take longer, but it's better concealed. Yeah, we got time. You decide on the long route and head off towards the central spire. It's slow going there, where the undergrowth meets the metal wall, but it's so concealed that you can barely see the glass roof high above. You follow the wall, knowing it'll lead you to the edge of the collapsed stack. For the final part of the journey, you have to work your way through dense undergrowth, pushing aside branches and fronds. It is exhausting, and you stop on a small rise to rest. It's been hours since you began. You desperately hope Ashton hasn't moved on. Just ahead, a small glow is coming from somewhere within the farm stack. A grow light? Still on after all these years, perhaps? You take a little longer to rest, then push on. You follow the faint glow of the stack. You find a broken tank and step through the opening, trying to avoid the broken glass that sits among the moss and algae. You work your way up this slanted tank carefully, quietly. Somewhere water drips, and you swear you hear bird song. Hanging plants catch the light, coating the place in a pale and sickly green. As you reach the edge of the tank, you hear something, an echoing hiss like a hydraulic piston. You quickly move up to where the tank opens into the central drum and look over the edge. The vast drum is like a cistern with plants growing on all sides and wet mossy island at its base. It's beautiful, and for a moment you can't see anything but tones of green. Then you see the sleeper. In a faint circle of light descending down through the drum, the sleeper lies slumped at an odd angle. You're surrounded by crates, and beside them, on one of the mossy islands, there's an object, a cylinder set on a tarp. It is connected to the sleeper's head. You flinch. Are they one of the others? One of the ones that escaped with you? You squint, trying to recognize them. They're twisted, broken open, wrong. You look away. I'm gonna wait. You wait, unsure what to do, your eyes fixed on the broken sleeper at the center of the drum, on the connection between them and the ship mine. You think of what might be passing through the connection. Thoughts, memory, or just data? You hear a sound, a quiet hiss, and soft footsteps. Below you, Ankita enters, her sidearm in hand. She must have followed the signal from the headset. Has she been spying on you? Ankita, say it ain't so. You watch her step onto one of the mossy islands, the water around rippling as she does. A gunshot breaks the silence, blanking out all noise. It hits Ankita's shoulder piece, the ceramic armor cracking, but holding as she braces into the impact. Then she launches herself forward, the now activated armor launching her across the drum. Another shot goes wide before she reaches the cover of the crates beside the sleeper. Shit! You hear the shout from one of the tanks high on the far wall. Ankita reaches over and wraps a hand around the thick connection between the ship mine and the sleeper. What is she doing? You better come down here or I'll rip this right out of their head. She screams at the walls of the tank. You shiver at the suggestion. Ankita, stop! Ankita flinches, but she doesn't take her eyes from Ashton. Quiet, sleeper, Ankita shouts. A shot rips through the moss beside you, filling your vision with green. The shooter must be somewhere on the other side of the tank. Do that again, and I swear to God I'll rip their head off. Ankita shouts to them. Sleeper, you stay down. There's a long pause. All you can hear is the dripping of the water running down the walls of the drum. Then Ashton calls out. I'm coming down, Ankita. Don't do anything stupid, for God's sakes. Okay. He appears at the far side of the drum, stepping through the shallow water, rifle raised above his head. Drop the gun, Ankita shouts. He throws it down in the moss. As you lean out to watch, you see him catch your eye, clocking your presence. What are you doing up there, Ashton, you sicko? She stands, keeping her sidearm trained on his head. You ripped my ship mind for what? Some freakish experiment? Ashton approaches with shaking hand, his eyes now fixed on the connecting bundle of wires that Ankita still has hold of. Steady, Ankita, it isn't like that. I needed the ship mine, you have to understand. They would have died without it. What are you talking about? I don't give a shit why you ripped my ship mine and crippled my ship. I should put you down right now. She tightens her grip on the connection. Happenstance, thank you for the gift sub. To future warm corpse. Typical of you, Ankita. No curiosity. Ashton smiles shakily. That's why I never asked you for it, for your help. You only look out for yourself. He nods at you. That sleeper up there, they're just bait, right? To draw me out. Ankita sucks a breath in. Ankita knows that it's not so. Are you trying to give me more reason to shoot you? I love them, Ankita. Ashton looks at the crumpled sleeper. I love them, and they were gonna die. I knew you would never understand that. He starts closing the gap between himself and Ankita now, slowly inching forward. Don't do that, Ashton, Ankita startles. Don't do that! Let the wires go, Ankita. Let us go. If you don't get out of my way... He inches closer. Please. I can't let you take it, Ashton. Ankita hardens her stare. You stole it from me. You left me for dead. She shakes her head. You think I'm gonna trust you after all that? I need it, Ankita. I need them to survive. Ashton is in reach of the sleeper now, of Ankita. I'm going to take them now, Ankita. He raises a hand. I'm going to take the ship mine and go. Ankita looses her grip on the connection a little. Okay. Her hand is shaking now. Stop, Ashton. She lowers the gun a little. Stop. Seeing her drop her guard, he makes his move. A blur of movement, a struggle, a shot, another. You recoil back behind the edge as they ricochet around the inside of the drum, the sound deafening you. When you crawl back to the edge, Ashton is bleeding into the water, the red and the green. Ankita is standing at the center of the drum, the severed connection in her hand. What the fuck, Ankita? The water drips endlessly, drip after drip after drip. You force yourself to look at the broken sleeper. There's no sign of life, of humanity. They're just another broken object among other broken objects, while all around, living things grow and thrive. Ankita finally looks back up at you, tears in her eyes. She begins to say something that might have been sorry, but you're already gone. For fuck's sake. I can't believe Ankita just killed 2 people. Damn. Wait, how many mushrooms do these folks need? They only needed 2. I'm gonna give them some mushrooms. I can't believe she would do that to us. As she sees you coming into the broken spoke and waves you into the cavernous bay of the climbing briar. You came! Peek smiles as you walk into the climbing briar's cargo hold behind a gloomy Eshe. They brought mushrooms. Eshe tosses the mushroom caps into a crate, raising her eyebrows at Peek. Peek gives her a look. Thank you, Sleeper. They pick one up and sniff at it. Are these edible? Try it. Peek squints at you and the mushroom before delicately putting it back down. I'll wait. We're not so used to fresh produce. Eshe is securing crates as she speaks and doesn't look up. Hawthorne doesn't have much in the way of farming. They are an acquired taste. I'm sure the refugees will acquire it. Eshe wipes her hand off on a rag. Most of them are from Ember's Moon, so they're used to eating green and growing things. Not like us XPR roughnecks. This an interrogation? She glares. Either way, we're done with that place, which is all you need to know. Eshe leans back against the crates she was securing. We're going to need more than a few mushrooms if we want to help those refugees, though. What do they need? Food, water, components, a whole lot of things. Eshe stands and walks out to the mushrooms you bought, placing them into a small container with care. The problem isn't just getting supplies, it's getting them through to the ships. And you just fly around? And get the briar seized for breaching quarantine? No thanks, she laughs. We're lucky we got through before the cordon was set up, and that's the only reason we're on this side. Why is there a quarantine? Peek jumps in. The Eye has a closed-loop life support system, just like any orbital installation. Any unfamiliar illness or significantly increased strain on life support could cause a cascading collapse in its systems. Eshe scoffs. Are we making excuses for these bureaucrats now? Peek turns. We're being realistic, Eshe. But these people aren't an increased strain. They're living people, Eshe stares at you. Even calling them refugees is just a way of turning a lot of scared, desperate people into a single monolith group. Eshe slides the container full of mushrooms into one of the cargo hold's racks. Look, as much as I'd like to chat, we still got a lot of space to fill in this hold, so if you're going to help... I think Eshe is trying to say, we need your help and quickly. No. Peek says, glancing at her, the refugees behind the cordon, they won't be able to hold off indefinitely. We need to get supplies to them in the next 12 cycles or... I was worried that giving them mushrooms would open up a timed tick down, but I clearly wasn't worried enough about it. Eshe steps forward, or Haven Age will have to bear the responsibility for whatever happens next. Yeah, well, what can I do? There's 3 things we still need to secure. Water, food, and scrap components for ship repairs, as she gestures to the storage containers around the hold. Water we can find a way to source, or my preference, just siphon off from one of the underground reservoirs in the Greenway. Peek raises her eyebrows. Eshe. She ignores him. For food, things can be tricky. Those mushrooms are delicious, I'm sure, but no way we can get enough volume to feed a flotilla. However, I saw an algae stack on the way over here. If we could get access... No more stealing, Eshe, Peek sighs. I didn't say steal, she stares at them indignantly. If we can get access, we can work the stack, harvest some algae for the flotilla. Those stacks churns out vast quantities in short time scales. And the repair components, Peek asks tentatively. Just look around you, Peek. This whole place is made of scrap. She shoots you a glance. And I'm sure the Sleeper has their sources. They can bring them right here. We get enough of everything before time runs out. Perfect. We get most of it. Also good. Either way, in 12 cycles, we're going to take what we have and go. Whew. But how will you get through? Eshe shoulders the controller. I thought I'd leave that up to you, Peek. They flinch. Are you serious, Eshe? I know we said we'd help the flotilla, but at what point... They stop. Take a breath. Take this seriously, Eshe. I don't know the first thing about breaching a quarantine cordon. Maybe not, Eshe looks at you, but they might. They slipped out from an Espinard facility, didn't they? Plus, they've been here longer than us. You're Always trying to get me to find help. Well, here it is. She gestures at you. Help. Okay, it sounds like I'm gonna be doing everything though, because if I'm getting you water, food, scrap, and getting you through the quarantine, what exactly are you two doing? Pete glances between the two of you. I swear to... They sigh. I need to think this one through. Meet me at the cordon in a couple of cycles, Sleeper. Maybe we can figure something out. Meanwhile, as Shay meets your eye, you can help me acquire the supplies, discreetly, she smiles. We have to keep this quiet, keep Haven Age out of this loop. Once they get suspicious, it's all over for us. This all of a sudden seemed a little too real, too dangerous. You've only just found your feet on the eye. This is not the time for causing trouble. Come find us. We'll be out there trying to pull this all together. As Shay goes to the back of the hold to start packing another container. Peek, come help me. Pete glances over at her. Sleeper, look, we didn't choose this either. They lower their eyes. Help us finish this. We set up a base camp at the Broken Spoke, and you're welcome to rest there in any of the cots while we work on this. Hey! I got a place to stay in Greenway. They smile. We are in this together. Peek! Eshe shouts, and they walk back to the container to help with the container. To the hold to help with the container. As you leave the climbing briar, you look out at the broken edge of the Eyes Ring, where Haven Age's cordon blinks with tiny red lights. What have you gotten yourself into? Sounds like I'm doing a lot of work for some people who are kind of rude, kind of mean to me. But we got a base camp now. Do you think there's something cool? No, there's no cat here. I can't let my cat just starve. All right, they need 8 scrap components. I mean, I've got a source for food now, so that's something. I'm close to opening this one. Oh, here's the algae stack. The algae stack is controlled by a small collection of farmers. If you want to use it, you'll need to persuade them. Oh, Haven Age alert. Oh, I can increase or decrease this alert. That's interesting. The reservoir is monitored by a web of sensors. Hacking them will reduce the alert level of the system and keep you from getting locked out. Or I could just siphon water. The only way for Eshi to get enough water together is to siphon it directly from this reservoir. Interesting. I have regrets. I regret if this is a real if you give a mouse some mushrooms situation. Well, I want to open this because I want to know what happens when I open this. So we'll just keep working on this one. There we go. Oh, and I got some energy. Love that. I siphoned off some food for me. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Working on the distillery is a good strategy. There just aren't a lot of other scrap options. Although hold on. I do think that I can get some more scrap from here before they leave. Alright, and that's as much scrap as I'm gonna get from them. Ooh, what do we have here? Oh, I could buy a ship mine fragment. How much did I sell that ship mine fragment for? Only like 30 cryo. If I knew how, I don't think I'm going to be able to make that worthwhile. I'd have to haggle a lot to get it down. All right. I got to go in all in on this one to get it done. Yeah, it does seem like that. It does seem like that, which is frustrating. But I can do it. There's no reason I can't do it. I might buy some medicine, though. The DLC has super, super tight clocks. How annoying. How annoying. What am I gonna do with all this I mean, here's the thing that annoys me, is I did just get a whole bunch of produce. from Bliss, but I appreciate why as DLC that's not like incorporated in any way, but on the other hand, I'm annoyed. I did just get all this stuff from Bliss. Alright, let's finish this off. Okay. We built a still! That's so exciting! Tala stands back from the newly finished still and tub, hands on hips. Look at this, she grins. The overlooked distillery in all its glory. She squeezes you around the shoulder. Thank you. How's sourcing ingredients going? Tala smiles. I think I got most of it covered between the food factories in the low end and the farm stacks on the greenway. However, there is an issue. Oh, yeah? Well, the drink, as you probably guessed, is named after Girl the mushroom. That's what gives it the golden color and earthy taste. The alcohol is infused with the mushroom along with a mix of spices. That means you need Girl caps to make Girl, but no one wants to supply us. The distilleries on the Greenway are taking all the stock from the farms out there, so it's hard to get a single cap across the Founder's Gap. Boy, I hope you only need 4. However, I have an idea, she smiles. We can grow our own Girl caps here. She gestures at the increasingly equipment-filled back room. I can bring you mushrooms. Tala gives you a pitying look. Where's your vision? Any outside supplier means they take a cut. Okay, maybe not you, but someone somewhere takes a cut. I would also be taking a cut. I was not going to give you the mushrooms, I was going to sell them to you. Tala puts a hand on the still. We made a still. We set all this up. How hard can growing mushrooms be? They don't need light. They barely need soil. We can do this, she pauses. Or at least we could if we had something to grow them from. Like spores. Like spores. Suddenly you feel like you've walked into a trap. And you're the perfect person to give me those spores. She nods rapidly. Think about it. You build the still, you're great with plants, you know the eye like the back of your hand. Need I go on? Half of that isn't even true. Don't be so modest. She pats your shoulder. Look, I can't leave the bar and the other people picking up shifts, she grimaces. I'm saying it has to be you. Alright, yeah, I'll do it. Wonderful. You'll love it over on the Greenway, I think. All that fresh air, open space. She sees your expression. Okay, I'm done. She turns back to look at the still and the fledgling distillery forming around it. It really is something, though, isn't it? And want to or not, you really have to agree. Yeah, Tala, I did great work. Tala! Alright, so she needs a spore. That's fine. I can get spores. Let's see. What do we have over here? I think it's just... Oh, yeah. I do have that. I could sell that. But I think I'm good for now. Although I'm either going to need scrap or medicine. How much is medicine going for? Oh, I just have just enough. I won't be able to feed the cat in the morning. Well, let's do... Oh wait, how is... Bliss is still ticking down on a new project, right? Yeah, okay. The spores are an item that we actually have to get. And honestly, I might just do that and then work on the other stuff. I'm gonna reroll my dice though. Beautiful. Oh, no. I mean to forage. I meant to spore hunt. Yay! Spores! I guess I don't know that these spores are girl. But I guess, well, we'll see. Okay. So... I think I'm gonna do this engineering one because it would be cool if I got some scrap from this. Yay! No scrap. What's the other one? Algae? I'm gonna work more on the water one. Because if I can just do this water one and get enough scrap doing it, that would be cool for me. Nice. Nice. Up to 3 scrap. It's pretty good. Oh, God. Ankita is docked here. Sleepers stay. I'll be ready soon. Fuck off. Fuck off, Ankita. I'm so disappointed in you. Okay. I think I'm gonna use one of these scrap to repair myself. Because if I don't, I'll be down to 3 dice. Let me just... Here, I got you spores. I love you, Tala. You better love me for what I've done to help. Oh, do I need 3 spores? Damn it. I'm gonna need 3 spores. Well, that'll have to wait. That'll have to wait. I'm gonna hold off on buying that. I'm just gonna use scrap instead. Is that what I want to do? No, I should just commit. I should just commit. It's gonna be better cost efficiency. Down to my last cryo. Maybe I will sell this Haven Age data. Then I can feed my cat in the morning. Perfect. All right. I have not had 8 scrap in this entire game. 8 is so many. It's so much to get. I'm gonna feed the cat and then not be able to feed myself. Oh, I guess I could use the dice to get some energy, potentially. I'm gonna hold off on that, but I'm gonna think about it. No, I meant to cross. Nice. I got some random scrap. Okay. All right. And I'm gonna do one more. Nice. Okay. That's coming along nicely. And then I think I'm gonna spore hunt. Although that has a -2 energy. Okay, it's fine. All right, and that gave me 2 spores, so I have enough to complete the still. I'm gonna reroll this 1. Oh, for another 1. Great. Well, I can at least. Well, should I save this though? I don't think I have any way of getting food, huh? I don't have enough money for food. Shit. And with only a 1, I really don't want to steal from the farmers again. Oh, before I forget, that HelloFresh code is good for like 2 more weeks if you decide that you want to do that. As just a heads up. I don't think I have any more mushrooms to sell. Like, I don't think I can sell. I don't think I have the right kind of mushrooms to sell. I could try. I mean, sometimes when I work work for Hyphy, I do get fed. I don't have any more data. I've been focusing less on working and more on doing other stuff, but it's really coming back right now. Maybe with a 1, I might be able to get data and then sell it. So actually that might be the best option. Is this one? That one's risky, but I could get energy from it, or I could lose energy. Yeah, that might genuinely be the only option. What they want? I could sell the Haven... If I get Haven Age or Yatagun data, I could sell it. Infus, could you float me? No? Okay. I might be able to get data with a 1. Yes. I think that's probably going to be the best use of it. But that's assuming there's any place that'll take a 1. Hey, okay. Maybe I'll get double data and I can sell it for twice. Okay, I did. Okay, that's right. I've got a thing that gives me double data. All right. I thought about using the dice for energy, but with a 1, it's so risky. This'll pay well though. I don't think you can get energy at Mingy's, but this'll get us there. And that should cover the cat for tomorrow. I don't think it'll cover me. Oh, right, we can do this. We can get this sticking up. Na-na-na-na. Okay, good. So that's sticking down. Tala has locked herself away in the back room while she focuses on the distilling. She won't let anyone in or out. Who is somebody trapped in there with her? Saying she won't let anyone out implies that somebody is trapped in there with her. Okay. All right. I should have just enough to cover the cat and me for food. Complete active scenes. Wait. Is there one at the hub? Oh, I know what it is. It's Ankita. It's or it might be Peak. But I think it's Ankita. Oh no, she's still ticking. There we go. Sleeper! Peak catches your attention from the shadowy corner where they're leaning against. Any trouble getting up here? None. Good to hear. Come, take a look at this. Oh, good reminder, Kiffy McKee. Oh. They beckon you over to a nearby window which looks out into the ruined ring to the blinking red lights of the Havenage cordon. The cordon's temporary structure is a net of metal struts meant to detect and dissuade any ship from entering or leaving the flotilla. It juts out into the black, and all around the tugs flit, securing them in place and tending to the red blinking drones that demark the quarantine. It's an impressive and worrying sight. What do you think? Peak interrupts your thoughts. How would you get through? Use one of the tugs? As an escort, you mean? I doubt we could fit all the supplies on one of those tugs, but if it seems like the Briar was being officially escorted through the cordon, Peak squints again at the red lights, but then we'd be stuck inside. Peak turns away from the window and rubs their forehead. Ishi really has really wrapped us up in something here, hasn't she? The question is spoken under their breath, and they don't seem to expect an answer. The silence grows. Maybe try all three? Peak laughs. I like it. At least we should prepare as many ways as we can. The way I see it, there are 3 parts to making it through the cordon. They gesture out the window at the strange structure. Deception, distraction, and speed. We'll need all 3 of them for a clean passage through. Deception means tricking the cordon security into thinking we were meant to be there. Maybe a tug escort would work? Anything that makes the Briar look official. Distraction, meanwhile, will be all about diverting attention so that no one looks too hard at what the Briar is doing. If we can create a gap in the cordon scanning and deterrent systems, that might keep them busy. Finally, speed will mean making sure the Briar is ready to roll. Perhaps we can do a little work on the ship to get her ready. Eshe surely wouldn't mind. I'm not going to be doing it. I'm doing everything for you guys. They lean back against the window. How does that sound? Risky. Well, they smile. Yes, there's always going to be risks. That's how this works. You've got to be on board with that. I mean, I'm not joining you, so good luck. Peak looks down at their slate. 10 cycles left. They glance out the window at the cordon nervously. 10 cycles to gather the supplies and prep this plan. It's tight. Stay silent. Peak looks at you. If this goes wrong, just get out, okay? They squeeze your shoulder. I'll follow Eshe anywhere, but you don't need to get dragged down with this. Okay. I didn't think I was coming with y'all. Good. Peak brightens a little. I don't need any more guilt than I already have. Let's get to it. Peak stretches. I'll tell Eshe about the improvements to the Briar, and the rest, let's explore the cordon as best we can and look for openings. I have no idea what guardian angel sent you to us, Sleeper, Peak smiles, but I'm very glad they did. It was all me. It was just me. I'm working really hard for y'all. All right. Can you believe this lot, this group? Original Dice Mom, thank you for the resubscribe. All right, now we can sleep. Ugh. Stop, Metal. Metal. It's not my fault everybody in the game is super cute. Beautiful dice loadout today. Alright, and I'm gonna hold off. I'm gonna get, well, no, I'll get food later. I'm hoping maybe I can get some food. Well, it's the truth. Listen, Mechtel, there's video evidence. So, what am I gonna say? Nice, 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 nice. Come on, Scrap. Come on, Scrap. Come on, Scrap. No Scrap, huh? No Scrap. Tucked into a service corridor deep below the reservoir, Eshe double-checks the seals on the water tanks loaded into the motorized trolley. Though you are far enough away from any thoroughfares not to worry about being overheard, you still speak in hushed tones. How will you get these to the Briar? Eshe glances back at you. We trolley these up to the bay further along, and then we'll bring into the Briar for quick and quiet collection. Speaking of quiet, she gives you a look and then looks pointedly back down the corridor towards the reservoir before hitting the ignition on the trolley to start it moving. You take the other side of the trolley and walk it up the wide service corridor with its flickering lights and Solheim detritus. You doubt it gets used by Haven Age, at least that's the hope. You glance across at Eshe, her face a mask of determination as she guides the trolley along. Maybe some conversation will make this journey go easier? That seems unlikely. What comes next? Eshe pauses, a little surprised by your question. She glances back down the tunnel, but in this deserted passage she can hardly keep up the pretense of silence. We keep going, she answers quickly and turns back to the trolley, but she can tell you're expecting her to add more. She seems to gather herself for an answer, not wanting to ignore you, but trying instead to get her answer straight in her head. Our outpost, Hawthorne, is not an easy place to grow up. The administrators keep a tight hold of everything, she rolls her eyes, even though they're trapped in the same decaying installation as everyone else. Peak, she pauses. Peak found it harder than most. She pauses again, judging her words. I stepped in to help them out. Silence descends again, but you can feel the wheels turning in Eshe's mind as the creaking wheels of the trolley take you along the corridor. I promised Peak I would get them out, no matter what, and when the opportunity arose, she grimaces, we got out. We got as far from that place as we could, and we're glad of it. So after this, we keep going, until we're so far from the Hawthorne we can't even remember the way back. Eshe stops talking, but she has a dark look in her eyes, her mind thinking of the difficulties the future might bring. You both reach a wide bulkhead doorway, and you have to stop to shimmy the trolley over the edge. When you're done, Eshe turns to you. I'm good from here. Head back. And with that, she's gone, moving off into the dark tunnel ahead. You watch her go, then turn around and walk the distance back to the staircase you entered from, the tunnel humming around you as you do. As you walk, you try to piece together Eshe's past, but all you have is a glimpse of the person she once was. She seems to prefer it that way. Fair enough. Alright, so what do we got for this algae stack? So the algae stack is an engage option that could potentially cost me energy, which sucks. And this is only to get access, even. Ugh. But I do have a lot of ticks left. I think I'd prefer to focus on the scrap one, just because I'm like halfway to the scrap one at least. You spot Ankita on the track to the farm stack. She has a box on her shoulder and she's working her way down the slope. She sees you as she approaches. Neither of you speak for a moment. She looks tired, pale, her hair is tangled and clumps of dirt cling to her armor. You both eye each other. Stay silent. Sleeper, she takes a deep breath. I'm sorry for what happened. Truly I am. Well, that solves everything, Ankita. She looks down. I'm sorry you ended up in the middle of this when all you've shown me is kindness. She rubs her face. I'm sorry. For that sleeper that... She stares at the floor. I'm sorry. She looks up and away, not meeting your eye. What you did is, I don't want to say unforgivable. It's really, really fucked up, though. But I don't want to say either of these. It's not okay, and it wasn't unforgivable. Flip a coin. I don't have a coin. Wait, hold on. I got a coin purse. Do I have a quarter? Okay. Heads okay, tails unforgivable. Oh god, I dropped it. What did I say? What did I say? I forget. Heads okay, tails unforgivable. Okay, I got tails. What you did is unforgivable. She looks at you. I understand. Ankita shifts the weight of her box on her shoulder. I've been preparing for... She grimaces. Look, can you come with me? It's easier if... If what? You see it, she finishes. It's just down the way. Ankita leads you down the dirt path between the pillars. There's a wind passing through the greenway, a quirk of the air currents the biosphere maintains, and it ruffles the leaves softly. The sound makes the silence more obvious, more complete. You try not to think of the last time you were here. You've been trying not to think of it for the past few cycles. The image of the sleeper, sprawled, twisted open, connected to the ship mine, has been hard to forget. You realize Ankita is leading you back there, back into the drum in the center of the stack. You pause, trembling a little at the threshold. She turns. What are you doing? She looks at you with empty eyes. What needs to be done? You stand on the threshold and look up at the tanks, green and wet, some glowing with flickering grow lamps. You look down at Ankita, suddenly so small under this hulking rim, the smallest she has ever looked. She places the box down. Follow her in. You follow Ankita into the stack through a low tank, entering the drum at the ground level. It is just as beautiful as you remember, but it barely touches you. Instead, you check the aperture of the tanks for the glint of a weapon or a shadow among the moss. Ankita stops and you look down. The mossy island at the center of the tank is clear now, the equipment cleared away. In its place is a mound of dirt, loosely covered with moss. Ashton's rifle stands straight, half buried in the dirt at the grave's head. I buried them together. Wow, Ankita says without turning. You both stand there in silence for a little while. You think of a question you could ask about Ashton, about the sleeper. Was the sleeper dead? She takes a moment to respond, and for a moment you think she won't, but then the words come gushing out. Their body was long dead, that much was obvious. After you left I checked them, but there is nothing, no signal, no function. The ship mine was the same. Dead. I don't know if Ashton's plan would have worked. He seemed desperate, but that doesn't mean it wasn't... She pauses, unsure how to continue. I don't think he was lying, but you have to understand. I've had crew members double-cross me, undercut me, rat me out. That's the business. He wasn't a good person. None of us in this job are. This is how we die, alone. I'm sorry they had to die too. They didn't have to die? She stops, not sure what to add. It seems like she's reaching for something, but she can't quite get there. You feel the gap between you, and as you do, it widens. The water drips, the moss trembles. You both stand in silence for a while longer. You both feel it, like creeping back in, the silence ending. Ankita shifts her weight, and then starts to walk out. You follow her, suddenly eager to be back out in the open space of the greenway, to be away from this place forever. You stand outside and breathe the fresh air. You stare at the green leaves and the stars wheeling above them. That's it, says Ankita from somewhere behind you. You try to think of something to say, but you can't. Ankita puts a hand on your shoulder. You turn back to her. At least take this. She forces a handful of cryo chips in your hands. This is what I owe. She looks at you desperately. You look down at the metal bars. Ugly little things, you think. Regrettably, I need the money. You take the chits and turn without saying a word. You continue up the track and she does not follow. As you walk up the rise, the wind picks up and the leaves shudder. You walk faster, trying to outpace your anger. The chits are heavy in your pocket, and you hate them for reminding you of how little a life is worth. Whew! Wow, look at that money, though. Regrettably, that was really quite a lot of money. That'll keep me in medicine for kind of a while. Woof. Woof! Let's do this one. Alright. You struggle to keep up with the demands, and another newcomer helps you along, and you both make it to the end of service. God, we're almost ticking that one down. But I feel like I should work on some of this other stuff. What else do we have here? Could work for Rabia. Improve the overlook. Oh, that's happening. Bliss isn't ready for me yet. Unlock the Greenway gate. Did I not do that? I don't think I know how to do that yet. So let's track that and see if we can find out how to get there when we need to. But I think this last die is gonna be searching for scrap. There we go. 5 out of 8, pretty good. We also have 3 tasks from Peak at the very top of the map. Yeah. Yep. Wonder if I need to figure out where that Greenway option is. Hey, Emphas. I'm flush because I helped somebody murder some people. Not feeling great about it, but I am hungry. Thank you. Okay. All right. Oof. 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 Okay. I hope my cat doesn't know I'm feeding it with blood money. Sleeper! Moritz is leaning against the corridor wall. It's time. He looks away. Big dog just came in. Grand finale. You up for it? Yeah, I'm ready. Alright, then we are in business. He pushes away from the wall. This has to work, Sleeper. Has to. He looks down. If it doesn't... Are we in trouble? The Bay, you mean? He shrugs. We were already in trouble before you got there. The work so far hasn't been enough. Look, Bliss has had a hard, rough time of it. I thought you of all people would understand that. He runs a hand through his hair. Sorry, didn't mean to be. He smiles. Bliss is a good one. She gave me a chance. I owe her. Okay, but she dumb. And she's not good at running a business. Moritz, you need to take over the business. Let her do the repair work. He straightens up. I know you have your own things going on, Sleeper. Yeah, we all do. Yeah. But the Bay needs someone. Bliss needs someone. Hell, I need someone to help me keep Bliss from spinning out completely. He scratches the side of his head. Otherwise, there's not much I can do. He shakes his head. And I would hate not to pay back my debts. Moritz stretches. I've got to get back. He nods and walks away. I'm out. See you up there. Alright, how's this going? Going good? Ticking down? Nice and steady? Okay. I'm curious what's going to happen, because I haven't heard anything from Lim and Mina in a while. It makes me worried that I should be working on this thing, but it's just so many. Oh, does this need... Maybe this might need to be repaired before the Lim thing can continue. Shit. I'm annoyed by that, but I really want to complete their story, so I think that just has to be how it is. Okay. There's no place I can buy scrap right now. Otherwise, I would just buy the rest of the scrap I needed. And there aren't a lot of engineering options. Let's go see what Bliss is up to. Is she good at repair? You've been doing a lot of work here. Yeah. Yeah. She might not be good at repair. No, I think she is. I think she is. She repaired her console after she trashed it because her ex put a bug in there that robbed us, you know? All right. So we've got 2 repeatable options, 1 engineer, 1 interface. An exhausting task, patching solar sails means maintaining a laser focus for long periods of time. And time is something you don't have. God, that would cost me a lot of energy, potentially. Or untangle the sails. The spurs need resetting and the system rebooting, but if you're careful, you can safely untangle some of the sails while you do this. Oh, this one has the potential to take away at the rigs and rails. Or the rigged and ready, but this one gets some. Selected launch window for the Starward Vector's maiden voyage is closing. This is gonna be a tight one. Fuck. Shit. Fuck. But this engineering one might get me scrap, which makes me feel like I should go in on it. Even though it gets me less points. What I'm gonna do is get a meal to refill my belly so that in case I take an energy hit, I won't take a scrap hit. There we go. +3 energy. Love that. This is kind of bad to say, but I'm glad I took that money from Ankita. It really is just making everything easier. And I mean, that's the trap, right? That's how you end up a mercenary. Okay. You enter a flow state of scanning and fixing, and Bliss does the same. You can both do this. You know it. It's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 2, 4... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, so I need to do 20 clicks on this to get it up. And if I do it 2, I don't think I'll make it. I guess if I use 3 dice a day on this, I could potentially make it. And if I could actually get some scrap from doing this engineering option, that would make it worthwhile. So I'm gonna do it one more time. Okay. But no scrap from any of that. And I'm gonna have to use 1 scrap to repair myself. Otherwise, I'm only gonna have 4 dice tomorrow. Voxel Trots, thank you for the resubscribe. I'm gonna use this last die to complete the canteen option. Yeah, this should get me regardless of the outcome. Negative outcome, but that's fine. I still got my tick. Oh ho ho! I have access to the dorms. Ha! I got an achievement that said communist noun, somebody who wants to join a commune. A communist. Alright. It's fine. It's an okay place. Alright. You head, hi Rico! You head down into the Haifa compound, following a blue painted line that is labeled laboratories. The members you were assigned to work with told you they'd ask to see you, but still have no idea what about. The line takes you to a blue door and through to a glass-roofed chamber where a network of stems and leaves filter the sunlight coming through the ceiling, casting the whole chamber in a strange yellow-green light. You have to know my character is like, oh shit, they found it. What is happening with my captions? My character is freaking out at this moment. She is like, Oh god. They found out about my mushroom farm. This is bad news for me. I'm gonna fuss with the options for a second. Why are you being weird? What is happening here? That's been happening? But I don't know why though. I don't know why this is happening. But I don't like it. It's very obnoxious. Okay. I refreshed it. Maybe that'll do something. Alright. The line takes you to a blue door and through to a glass-roofed chamber. Oh, I already read that. Peaceful, isn't it? Distracted by the green, you missed the woman standing at the lab bench, camouflaged by the dappled light. Welcome to my sanctuary, she smiles. Come, let's talk. She says and beckons you closer. What is this place? Here? These are processing centers for the agriculture of the old corporate station. She offers a handshake. I'm Rico. I run the botany program at Hyphia. Botany program? Yes, the plants of the Greenway are vital to Hyphia's continued existence. It's important we understand them. She lifts a tiny sample jar. Yellow spores dancing inside. Hyphia lives off the land of the Greenway. That's what allows us to live like we do. No one here pays or is paid. We sleep here, we feed each other, we work for each other. Rico walks away from the benches and waves for you to follow. She opens a small door and leads you down a glass corridor surrounded by vital green. All this, she says, gesturing at the overgrowth, is a kind of miracle. She looks back at you with bright eyes. What do you think usually happens to plants on stations like this when they're abandoned? They die? Eventually, yes. They can't live without intervention. She leads you left at a crossroads. But here they endured. She smiles to herself. Actually, no, they thrived. You look at the bright tendrils wrapping around the metal frame of the corridor. They look dominant, strong, like they are taking control of the place. Rico continues. Of course, Solheim tried to create a stable biosome here, patchworking the surface with gardens and algae tanks that feed into a network of microbial reclamation systems. But the Greenway was always envisioned as an extractive, a place from which the harvest is removed and sold to those living on the station, not a closed loop. For this reason, when the collapse came, the Greenway should have gone with it. Erlen himself was so convinced of it that his first colony never even came back to try to reclaim it. The Eye instead relied on outside favors and influences, shipments from the inner system, and small-scale agricultures like kelp and fungal farm stacks. And yet here we are, among growth and decay, a biosphere flourishing. When Hyphia came here, we expected to find only vacuum-dried stalks and leaves, and perhaps some fungal colonies hidden in the mulch. But we found a jungle. With this, Rico hits a button on the wall and leads you through a large pair of double doors into a huge, impossible chamber. It is every kind of green, from the pale algae tanks to the dark vines that surround them. It is wet, too, a rarity on the Eye. Condensation clouds the light from the high glass roof and gathers on the shiny, broad leaves of shrubs. Did you do this? She smiles. Oh no, not me. Rico turns to you, visibly excited by the room you're both standing in. It doesn't make sense, but in many ways the system is stabilized. Unlike the farm stacks closer to the gap, who need input to support their meager output, this place runs itself. Perhaps Solheim managed something new here, perhaps they tweaked the plants or built new systems buried deep below us, or perhaps their collapse caused some fortunate cascade, an unlikely chemical reaction within the biosphere. That's what I'd like you to help me find out. Cool. Cool. Let's do some science. Lancehart, I see you. We'll raid Pat after this. That's what I'd like you to help me find out. She turns to you, her forehead wet with dew. Aren't you the botanist? Astutely noticed, but I don't need a botanist. Rico sits on a rail. These halls run deep, sleeper, and I'm getting old. She stamps her foot on the metal grating of the walkway. Whatever is causing this, it's to be found in the groves deep in the Greenway. Hypha can't spare anyone for an expedition. It's too dangerous and unnecessary, they say. I can make the case, but I can't get the votes. Wow, so you're just gonna... Okay, but you do it. You can do it. It's okay, you can do it. You sleepers are hardly beings, I know that much. And you can speak to the Eye, uncover its secrets in ways I never can. Wow, Rico. She holds out an arm so you can help her stand. Bring me samples, spores, seeds, and blooms. I can grow them in the lab and study them. The deeper they are found, the better. Yeah. Oh, it said hardy. You're right, it did say hardy, not hardly. That's a very important distinction. You sleepers are hardy beings. I mean, okay, but she is still, like, sending me somewhere that she knows is dangerous, that she knows is too dangerous to get support from her commune. It's not like this is a normal voting system. This is a commune. And she's like, I'm gonna go behind their back and send you someplace that I know is dangerous. So, like, I know you guys understand that it's a different word, but I think the implication stands. Thank you, she smiles, and thank you for listening. Rico leads you back out of the huge chamber and up through the passages. She's a little slower now and stumbles on the steps. You help her where you can. It's good to have new blood in the commune, she says. Many of us have been here a long time, and few come through. She settles back on the bench in her lab, stretching her legs. You go to leave. Come back if you find something, sleeper. There are discoveries to be made. I bet this is who I give this seed to. You follow the blue line back up out of the compound, all the time thinking of that impossible magical green. Oh, you want spores? No, take my seed. Take my seed. Fine. Repair a little, so I still have all my energy. All right. Listen, somebody's got to take my seat. I don't know what to tell you. I don't think there's a better way of saying it. It is what it is. All right. This is hard because, like, I know I'll be able to get it done faster if I do interface, but engineering I have a better chance of getting scrap. So it's like, do I do a worse job on this one to potentially get scrap, or metal? You. Or should I rush this along and save the dice? The dice are the most valuable option. Actually, what I'm going to do is see if there is any place for me to just buy scrap. I don't think we're going to get the refugees done if we do this in the first place. It said, I mean, I don't think I'm going to be able to get all of the refugee stuff done, but I got the water done, and I really want to get the scrap one done. Ooh, there is a place to buy. Yeah, you got scrap for me? See, I'm using the blood money in a responsible way, so that makes it okay, right? The road to Greenway is paved with good intentions. All right, but I'm up to 7 now, so what I'm going to do is I am going to try to do this engineering thing to get more scrap. So if I can just get 1 more scrap, I can complete that. And that'll be 2 of the 3 done. Yes! We did it. We did it. All right. We did it. Man, that's ticking down quickly, huh? Okay. All right. So that's 2 ticks on that. What am I supposed to doing to help? How am I supposed to help Peek? Am I supposed to be doing something there? You look out over the pile of scrap components lying in the briar. You look around. The bay is empty. Eshi and Peek are either elsewhere on the station or on the bridge a couple of levels up. You begin sorting through the pile, separating out useful components and boxing them by use. You don't recognize everything you find, but before long you get into the rhythm of sorting. As you do, your mind starts to drift, your attention being drawn to the dark corners of the bay. The briar is in surprisingly good condition, considering that Hawthorne and XPR must have been operating it for decades by now. And marks of care are everywhere, from the delicate patch jobs polished to meld into the original finish, or the carefully bound wiring running through custom trunking. Eshi loves this ship, that much is clear. Something catches your eye in one of the dark corners, a matte black stack of crates you hadn't spotted before. They're sleek and compact, tucked away behind some of the bigger, more worn containers. Investigate. You put the crate components away and go over to the sleek crates. You run your hands across their textured surface, but there's a hint of what lies inside in the opaque metal casing. I'm worried that they're... Then you see it, a yellow symbol embossed into the far side of the crate, a universal sigil used by spacers, corporations, and manufacturers alike. It's one you have seen throughout your time as a sleeper. Its meaning all too familiar. Explosive contents. You hear a hiss, and as she comes up through the bay's dock, she barely registers your presence, nodding at you as she passes. Sleeper. She busies herself with some task at the back of the bay. Hey, what the fuck? Ashley doesn't turn around from wherever she's busy with. Just more supplies, Sleeper, like everything else here. You can't think of anything else to ask, but since the atmosphere has now somehow shifted, you quickly finish up the sorting and slip out, waving goodbye to her as you do. Alright. So this is not too bad a one. This is only 6 things that we need to tick through. Yeah, it's a kind of a bad sign. Kind of a bad sign about what their plan is. Feeling nervous. Feeling nervous. One thing about being a sleeper... This will give me more intel, but it's riskier. Let me roll my dice. Alright, let's do this. Lunar Reach. I regret not having that as a sound option. Alright. You need spores, huh? I'm gonna try this one. It's only risky. Okay. And I got a little energy. I love that. Okay. Got a little energy. Got 1 tick on the algae access. Feels pretty likely that the algae tick down isn't gonna be, like, this is only the first part. I'm still gonna have to, like, scrape algae away for 4 days or something. And let's see if we can't get some spores. Hey! I got 1 spore. That's something. But you know what I don't have is any more scrap, so I'm only gonna have 4 dice tomorrow. And at this point, the dice is the thing I need most. So I'm actually considering splurging on some more. Oh, you know, gold stars, I'm not certain. I'm just assuming, because everything in this game has seemed like it's 1 tick, but then it ends up being 8 more ticks. God, am I gonna splurge on some... If I just had 1 piece of scrap, I would at least be able to maintain. But I don't think there's any place I can just buy scrap because I bought it all off. Oh, is there a new scrap freighter? Oh, yeah, no. Okay, I can't do that. Yeah. I really need... I shouldn't have given them all my scrap. I should have waited 1 more day and built up more of a scrap pile. I guess I'll just have 4 dice and that'll be okay. Oh, it's not though. It's not okay though. It sucks. Have good lurk. Have good clean. Okay. I'm just gonna go for it. I can just buy more stabilizer, but it just feels like such a waste to use it when I am so high health. I have more grim things to say about my body. Okay. Let's work more on these algae farmers. Nice, nice. Okay, we're halfway there. Let's do one more and then re-roll our dice. Nice. Okay, we're one away. All right. Yeah, I guess that's kind of the last thing I need to do there. So I might save that for the next day since I've got a little bit of time. Do I want to help? I think I am going to help here. Yeah, we'll take this one up and then we'll go help Bliss for one dice. Nice. Okay. Once we get the Briar cleared off, I do want to focus on getting that ship patched up for Lim. For Lim and Mina. I don't want them to go, but I can't hang out with them now, so I guess I might as well. Okay. And we'll do interface this time since this will get us more ticks. Yay! We're halfway there and I got a little money for it. Money I don't have to feel guilty about. Yay! Drum lesson, that rules. That's very exciting. G-Man, I would recommend it. If you have the Xbox Game Pass, it's free on there for right now. But I'm enjoying it a lot. This is definitely one of those games that sometimes when I play games on stream, I am like dying when I can't play it off screen. And this hasn't been quite that bad. It wasn't like Cult of the Lamb, which really, I was really just like, God, I wish I were playing this game. But it is like on the border of like, boy, I really just want to be playing more of this game. I would definitely recommend it. Yeah, I think so. I think I would recommend it. All right. Ending the cycle. And we're just going to do that exact same day. One more time again. One more again. Oh. Okay, yeah. Feed my kitty. That's still taking... Get some food from Anthus. Hey, bud. Did I go to UW-Madison? I certainly did for grad school. Okay. Sidereal, I'm coming for you, but it's not the right moment. Are you still the same scavenger that I can't buy anything from? Okay. All right, let's do... This would be a great game for Switch. I think we went to a couple of the same classes. Glad to see you're doing well. Yeah, good to see you too. I don't know who you are. This is a very one-directional access to information. But hello. Hi. Okay. For a horrifying moment, I did think you were gonna say that I taught you when I was an instructor at University of Wisconsin-Madison. That hasn't happened yet, but it does feel like the more I stream, the closer we get to a point where somebody joins a stream that I taught, and then I have to deal with whatever that energy of that is. But it's not today, and for that I'm grateful. Gabe, you think we went to a science class together? A science class? I didn't take any science classes at UW-Madison. I was Mechtel. I know that's not true, although that would be really funny. I was there for grad studies. I didn't think I took any science classes, so it's possible. All right. What do we have here? Is this just... See, I knew there was going to be more. I knew there was going to be more ticks. Ooh. There's no more algae in the stack for this cycle. You'll have to wait for more to grow. Okay, so this is gonna take a couple ticks to grow. I might not even be able to finish this one. So I can actively feed it to get it to go up. Hobbs, that's kind of what I'm hoping. I just realized I'm over time. All right, we'll finish this day off and then we'll go raid Pat. There's no more algae in the stacks for this cycle. You'll have to wait for more to grow. So I can't even harvest it until it grows. A full hold's worth. And this needs to tick through 3 times. And there's 5 ticks left on that. This is rough. This is a rough one. Let's do this action at least. Okay, so we got that done. That's nice. Ah! Okay, so this is just increase, like, even more options. Alright. Let's see. So an engineer option, slice the thrusters. Ugh, I'm not gonna read any of that. We'll deal with that the next time I stream. All right, that needs to tick up. I guess I'll use a dice here. Dangerous, huh? Well. I think harvesting spores is a non-dangerous option. Oh, it's risky. I could lose energy. That would not be great. But I also think I think it's probably pretty dangerous to work on the... It would be less annoying if I thought the other members of the DLC were also actively working on it. Oh, I have so many upgrade points. I hadn't even realized. Shit. Okay. I mean, let's increase one of my things. What do I think I've been using the most? Well, let's figure out what I want to do with this last die, and then that'll be... that'll be what I put that point into. Let's see what Bliss needs help with. Let's see, I think it's... No, I don't remember what it is. God, so many ticks already. Interface. All right, let's add a point in interface and then do this one. Now we got a +2. All right, I hope this works. I hope it works. Oh, fuck! Ah! A red light flashes across the console as a spur tears through a sail. That's a cycle's work undone in a second. It would have been better off doing nothing. How frustrating. All right. At least feed the cat. All right, that will be where I end the stream. So let me go ahead and we're gonna raid Pat. Is that going? Okay. God, that's with Sunday, huh? I guess I'll see you on Tuesday. Yeah, have a good week, everybody. I'll see you over in the Patland. In the Badlands, aka the Patlands. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm trying to click through. My computer's simply being slow. All right. Oh, Pat's paying Prey? That fucking rules. All right, I'll see y'all over there. Bye!
Robin is really good at that as well.